It's impossible.
Good evening and welcome to Sydney Parade, Thursday evening, and today we have the women's seconds who are enjoying the company of Railway Union. We're into the first over. Callaghan taking a few boundaries here as Mullin gets going. She's been partnered by Susie Whaley, and again Mullin playing this one out to the offside. And she'll take another single. It's a good first over for Pembroke here. First 11 getting ready for their training session this evening. Susie Whaley gets one that goes down the leg side. So 11 runs come from the first over. Good start for Pembroke, but especially a good start for Emma Mullin. 10 of those. Now to open the bowling, he says as he's doing up his big heavy coat. It's a bit breezy down in Pembroke today, and that wind has brought various gusts of rain down. However, we think the rain has passed and the rest of the evening might be okay. That one's going to be wide down the offside. It's a no ball down the offside. Skies are, well, there's a mix of blue, grey and white. And this time she steps out to one that's wide outside off and she drives it through extra cover. The fielder tries to get there, puts out a foot, it runs past the foot. And there's another boundary. Another one that gets pulled down slightly outside off. Mullins steps across and again drives it through closer, a bit straighter this time, closer to long on. And it's fielded there, and they get back for 2. Oh, it's a bit high. And as a result, it gets swung on round the corner. Just a full toss, no higher than that. But at that pace, well, Mullin was onto it straight away. You see here, it was in exactly the right spot for her. And having received the delivery, she knew exactly where to put it. And did so. Down to the clubhouse, 4 more runs. Total racing along now. Robin Kelly and Jonathan Garth both brought their dogs down. They're enjoying a nice conversation whilst the dogs get to know each other. Meanwhile, on the field, last ball of the second over will have to be bowled again. Two very good overs for Pembroke from an opening point of view. And there is the scene here at Sydney Parade. You can see the Dougalls front and centre. And on the pitch, another boundary. Well, runs are raining here at Sydney Parade. 28 without loss off 2. 17 runs from the second over. And that's a super shot. Well dispatched. 2 fielders in yellow. Well, they weren't close enough to that one. It's good to see Eli Clark and Keegan Shipp both here, training with the senior squad. Go well, Keegan. Yes. Well, best ball of the innings so far from a railway point of view. This one going past the outside edge. Many thanks to Cheeky and Anna yesterday. They're playing today, but yesterday found them in the commentary box for the women's thirds game. And my goodness, didn't they make an impact. Plenty of comments and likes for their broadcast. Another one cracked away through the offside. This time the fielder on the boundary gets down to it in time, prevents another one. And there's a much better over for Railway from just 2 balls. Just that one single, cracked away. But the fielder there, it was an awkward one to get to, bobbling like that. And the wind, as you can hear, now starting to howl through. The gazebo, well, let's hope the weights are enough. I don't mind so long as the wind keeps the rain away. That's nicely dug out. Ball coming back in, angled at leg stump. Nicely dug out. Another single. I wonder how long it will be before the umpires decide they don't need bails today. Extra cover. Doing some nice fielding there. This over, they seem to be hitting the fielders. There is the rest of the team. Well, 8 is 10. So there's somebody else missing. So there's 8 on the bench. There's 2 on the pitch. Who is the 11th? Harry St. Ledger, another one joining senior training. Great to see. Yeah, great to see youth working and working hard for the senior squad. That bail keeps coming off. Swap it for somewhere else. Susie Whaley stepping onto the front foot and driving that one to extra cover. Fielder is well placed there, didn't have to move much more than a step or two. One assumes that Pembroke won the toss and decided to bat first. It'd be very strange for a team to decide to field first these days. That one hit again to extra cover, and again the fielder does a good job. Powerfully hit and nicely taken by the fielder. A good over for Railway. Well, in comparison to the first two anyway. 11 off the first, 17 off the second. Yep. The third, well, single figures. Just 6 coming from that. All in all, it leaves Pembroke in a very enviable sight of 34 without loss off 3 overs. Even Mullin has moved on to 24 from just 14 deliveries. Oh, despite the two fielders being quite close together on the rope there, at the end of Cyril's way, Mullin finds a way to get between them and find the boundary again. Wide delivery. It's tough when the first ball gets hit for 4 with such authority and force. Two umpires now conferring. No ball signalled. I think the two umpires were conferring about where the second bounce was, before or after the popping crease. This one cut away down towards third. There is a Pembroke fielder there. Looks like a very snug Pembroke fielder as well. I suspect more than one jumper has gone on there. Down onto one knee. Susie Whaley, smart enough to realise that the fielders back on the fence weren't going to get there in time, and sneaks through for another single. Not quite as nice as weather as we've had recently, but the rain staying away for the important part of the day. That is the day part with cricket in. You can see Josh, Johnny Garth's dog, just at the top of your screen. He's such a good dog. He knows so much, so well not to cross the line. And that bush now belongs to Josh. Well, catches it on the second bounce, and the fielder unable to stop it, and it has run away to the fence, and another boundary, and boundary is raining down here at the moment. And Mullin again searching for and finding the boundary. That takes her on to 37, and Pembroke have reached 50 runs off just 23 deliveries. This one hit down in front of square, and again into the fence along Cyril's way, much further down towards the car park. And another good over for Pembroke with 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20 runs coming from that over. Pembroke going along at 13.5 and have reached 54 without loss on account of shots like that. Emma Mullin having a successful start to her season. Northerly breeze, of course, bringing a cooler temperature. And again, it's that one bale that keeps falling with the wind. Don't mind it falling now, but if you're playing a shot and it comes off. Niall suggesting nailing the bale to place. I'm suggesting chewing gum.
Sure you get extra heavy weights into zinger bales.
Zinger bales are extra heavy.
I'm sure you could make them even heavier.
Yeah, I don't know where mine are at the moment.
I only like them for when they don't fall after the stumps are hit.
Yeah.
Oh!
I think that might be the 11th railway player walking up the wall now. Might just be somebody walking from the dart station home. Well, the effect of the early assault with 4 fielders on the offside, and 3 of them are on the rope, and 1 is very deep behind point. Sort of no man's land, or no woman's land, I suppose. And there it is again. It gets past her. She's either better off on the rope or in the circle. Metaphorical circle today. Well, the weather girls spoke about it raining men. It's certainly raining 4s at the moment. That's a good ball, putting it up to the batsman. Results in a single. Last night saw the walk for Pete. Exactly a year after the passing of Pete Prendergast. A number of people came down, certainly a couple of dozen. And we did a few laps, remembering Peter. And how misty he is here. Well, even Mullin there now on 46. It's only taking her 23 balls to get there. This time, she takes a step back to open up the offside and clips it off her pads. And gets a single, take her on to 47, the score on 62 without loss. And this is the 5th over. Solitary, hopeful appeal from the bowler. The bails have come off now. The umpires have dispensed with those. Makes our job slightly more difficult. And after an over that just went for 8 runs, 9 runs, Pembroke 63 without loss. Good partnership here from these two. They've seen it through to the 5th over and have a very good score on the board for Pembroke. If they were to keep going at the rate they have for 5 overs, for the full 20 overs, well, you're talking about 249.
Do you remember the password?
No. I used to remember all sorts of things. Phone numbers, postal addresses, the whole lot. Now with phones, the only password you need is the one for the phone, and I don't remember it.
The obvious. Right.
Unsurprisingly, Railway have opted for a change of bowling. Hello, Josh. Standing here in front of me, looking like he's just come out the tumble dryer. Tennis ball beside him. That's cut away nicely. Square of the wicket on the offside. There is a boundary rider there who will get to the ball and keep it to just a single. A third no ball. Wind coming in quite strongly now. Full toss. And it gets to the boundary. Through the attempt of the fielder. That one also signalled no ball. 5 onto the total. Pushed around the corner. Whaley going along at a runner ball. Oh, nice bit of fielding on the boundary. Restricts Mullin to a single. Gets her on to 49. Been unfortunate there for Davis. Outside off, just slightly too far. She finds it a wry smile with the umpire. And that's much better. Whaley missing on this occasion. Ten balls in this over thus far. And that will be a dot ball, the first one of the over and the one to end the over. "13 from that over. Some of the clouds in the sky being lit up by the sun, which is out there somewhere. Very little of that sun making its way to the ground here. Niles brought the suit out just in case. It's not far off suit weather. I must admit, if I had brought that rather than my big coat, I'd be in it now.
Are you enjoying your high chair?
Yeah, I feel I should have a soother as well. Plastic tray in front of me. And that won't be enough. Dot ball. No doubt Susie Whaley was ready to go, hoping to get a partner to that half century. And that's certainly the shot now. It's gone all the way once again to the boundary. And that is 50 runs for Emma Mullin. She raises her bat to her teammates. Hasn't quite learnt to raise it to the cameras as yet. And it's taken her just 28 deliveries to get to 53. And Pembroke have now reached 80. Emma Mullin, 10 fours, no sixes, perhaps taking a leaf out of the book of Tim Tector, who hit no sixes in his 152 against Warringstown. Pembroke have been drawn away against Estonians in the next round. Both teams will be shorn of their internationals, the game on the 23rd, I believe. A very happy Josh rolling on the grass. Now isn't that the picture of contentment? Meanwhile, back on the pitch. Another no ball.
Going to do it nearly on top of the tables.
Yeah, he was very close. O'Rourke having a bit of trouble here with her action. That one comes out of the hand all wrong. What are the odds that she takes a wicket and is over? That's the way this game goes sometimes. A little bit perhaps disheartened herself now. Not sure who the railway captain is, but somebody needs to just go down to walk, put a hand around her shoulder and say, it's okay. Just, you know how to do this.
Ethan, can I get your keys? My rubber's in.
And there we go at last. Somebody just having a word, saying, look, don't worry about this. You can do it. We know you can do it. You've done it at practice. You've done it in games. At the moment, well, the graphic at the bottom of your screen shows a bit of a conflab going on now. She comes back to it. A bit of encouragement from her teammates here. And again, just coming out of the hand wrong. And that one has been followed down the leg side. Mullin gets one and puts it away, and 4 more runs. Well, the wicketkeeper going out a shot on that one, unfortunately. Even the graphic can't fit any more deliveries in. And this one on the pitch, and Mullin has pulled it away, and it's beaten the boundary rider, just bobbling its way. And the last bobble enough to take it past the fielder, and another 4 runs. And Pembroke's 100 is up. There we go. Played away. Mullin finds the boundary again. Well, that is the over. And O'Rourke goes out to the boundary. The umpire's having a word now. Yeah, if you walk past there, we can hear you. Anna Davis then back on at the St John's end. 7 overs down, 108 on the board. Actually, a bit of sunshine. Look, those are shadows on the pitch. The shadow behind the wicketkeeper is that of the floodlights down at Conn's Nook. Those shadows, of course, will do nothing but get longer. This one hit through the offside. Nicely fielded at extra. Nice shot. That's pulled nicely to square leg. Well, if you were to ask for a start from your openers, say 109 for naught, 110 for naught off 44 deliveries would just about fulfill that for you, wouldn't it? $28 extras thus far. First appeal of the game. I think pitched outside leg, hit her outside leg would be a fair comment. Nicely swept away again, and with such power that the two fielders, who must be 30 yards apart, couldn't close the gap between them, and it runs away to the boundary, taking it on the full and guiding it round. And you see those two fielders not too far away, but that is a short boundary there, especially off the mat. But this one, the fielder gets right behind and stops it. And that ball nearly taking the edge of the bat. In, Mark? No, no. Oh, you're looking. Yeah, that's grand. I thought you were going to step in. 117. Eamon Mullins on 70 off 52. Eight overs gone then, and 117 on the board without loss. As I said, Eamon Mullin now on 70 off 52, and Susie Wadey 17 off 22. That was 4 pretty much anywhere. Change of bowling now. Ganesh has come on. Her first ball is cut beautifully through the offside. Mullin definitely seeing it like a beach ball now. Well, they've slowly made their way up the leagues in the last few years. Now find themselves in Division 2. Well round by the keeper. Managed to collect that one. Gordy on the wall. This one is played around the corner, helped on its way, and helped to the rope. Another 4 runs on the board. Just getting the toe of the bat to that and helping it on its way. Nice and sunny, but that wind is certainly bringing a chill with it. Blowing straight down the ground. From the scorer's gazebo to the
That's where you get this one, like
Pembroke Cricket Live gazebo.
like that. Play, Jacko.
Thanks, Andrew.
This one sliding down the leg side, signal to wide. Usually only see a run rate of 15 plus in run rate required.
Yeah, small bandits. Nice little grind. Right up, swing here.
That is a lovely shot from Whaley. Getting one she likes. See the replay of that shot, I'm sure. Bowling from very wide. One might say a back foot is outside the line. But that angle just worked to the advantage of the bat. And it was played away beautifully by Whaley. Tough afternoon so far for Railway. Unable to find the bowlers to keep the ball on the mat. Because again, you can see how wide Ganesh is bowling from. Oh, that's shot of the day. It's not going to go for the boundary, but what a lovely classic shot. Both these bats have been out there now for 9 overs. Pembroke have reached 142 without loss. And Susie Whaley run a ball 25. Or in fact, better than that, 27 off 26. And Emma Mullin, 79 off 56. Extras have been the problem for Railway this evening. "36 extras so far. 6 extra overs, I suppose you could look at it. Yes, it's usually at this time of night when we start saying things like, can you predict the final score as we reach nearly the halfway mark? No. Whichever way you go, you're going to be wrong. This time taking the aerial route and again finding the boundary. Again, aerial, again hit down the ground, this time a bit of football skills. Quite quiet in the field, as to be expected when you see such a score on the board. Just a top edge around the corner on this occasion. Very hard to wait and time that shot. Just a single taken. No need in anything risky at this stage. Davis into her third over now. Pembroke at the halfway mark reach 154. My goodness, I've not seen a worm that vertical in a very, very long time. Phew. Interesting one, Niall. Thank you for that. No point in showing the batting card. Well, everybody who's batted is on your screen at the moment. No point showing you the bowling card. I don't think anyone would thank us for that at the moment. Halfway mark then, 154 on the board. Are Pembroke looking at a total of 300? I don't think so. Cricket's a funny game and these things tend to change as time goes on. The real question for me at the moment is, will Emma Mullin make triple figures?
No way, it's us two again. So I hear someone lost a finger. That is not a yellow,
Good delivery, pulled away down towards the Willfield Road gate, and it will find the gates locked. It's not, but it's not going any further than that. Pulled away, 4 more runs.
Poor fella.
Some changes to the scores here. Gone back and over. Live scoring will catch us up at the moment. We'll just keep an eye. Tries to sweep that one down the leg side. Signalled wide. You want to remind Harry he's in front of the mics, they're not.
Harry, if you're furthest forward, that's very best. He's not far behind you, he's just like straight after Mike.
And a wicket. Well, that is the end of Susie Whaley. Eamon Mullin, I think that is actually, who's just been bowled. We'll find out her score in a minute. The live scoring just having to be readjusted. And this one finally gets through the defences. It's been attack, attack, attack. The defence got left out, and finally one on the stumps she missed. And that is out. Bowled by Ganesh. And a partnership of, well, 140 anyway. Fabulous start for Pembroke. Live scoring just being readjusted with all that's been going on. And we'll give them a break, I think. We thank everybody who comes down here to live score. Our scorers this evening: Becca Gallagher, Judy Cohen. They give up their free time to suffer the weather like us. The extra's creeping up again. Live scoring will catch that. I have a question for Niall tonight. As this one goes very wide. I read a thing during the week. You know the scoring you like is called linear.
Yeah.
And it's sort of because it's all in a line and the whole thing. What would you call the other type of scoring?
I don't mind, whatever you want.
Cut away past point, behind point. It won't reach the boundary, but they'll get through for a couple of runs. Total still heading upwards on the live scoring. And box scoring, you say? Why is it called box scoring? It was invented by Charles Box when they graduated from, I suppose, cutting notches in sticks.
The other way is commonly known as frindle, or bill frindle.
Linear is now called frindle scoring, is it? Unofficially. Vanshika Shukla, well, she's been sat on the sidelines for a while. It's been a while since Pembroke number 3 has had to wait until the second half of the innings to come in. Nicely called through from the non-striker, and nice trust from the striker to go on the call. 11 overs gone then. Pembroke have lost a wicket. Score now 164 for 1. Susie Whaley now has the responsibility of being the established bat. 37 to her name from just 30, and she's accelerating at a really nice time here now. 9 overs to go. Run rate of 15. Hard to keep it that high. That's a shame Ian Mullen didn't reach the three figures. Done a lot of the hard work and played some lovely shots. Noel predicting 2-2-0 as a final score for Pembroke. No?
Nope.
Much better ball from Davis. It is driven down the ground. They will pick up a single. Nice bit of, neat bit of fielding coming across from extra. Extra's starting to become the bane of Railway's fielding efforts. Takes that one on the full. Fielder on the boundary. Let's see, he's 170 up. He's 170 up. Oh. Geraldine Banks very quickly in on the discussion about scoring. One of the legends of Pembroke scoring, Geraldine. Would have scored for the first team, certainly in the 80s. We hope you like what we've done to the scorebox, Geraldine. Well done by Anna Davis. Nice bit of fielding off her own bowling. Twelve overs gone. Return of Callahan, the opening bowler. Few appeals in the field for one that reaches the pads. So, Geraldine's been in touch on the live chat. 20 years of scoring. Magnificent effort, that. hit down the ground once he got past the bowler. It meant an easy single to be taken. $174 for one. Evening, Jake. Good morning, he says. Hey, Ethan. Nice ball on this occasion from Callaghan, again driven down the ground. Fielder overruns it slightly, but the mistake won't cost any more runs. Tomorrow night, the more social event, the Silver Foxes will be. Oh, that's a good ball, and it has taken the off stump of Susie Whaley. The umpire confirming that, and a second wicket falls with the score on 175. James Cresswell reckons 241 as a score. I tell you, you could pick 180, and you could pick 300, and you could pick any one of the numbers between. Very nickel now to the middle. Joining Vanshika Shukla, Cheeky, to the middle. As Pembroke look to press home their advantage here. 2 down then, 175 on the board. Do you want to... You didn't even know what I was going to offer you. I have fruit jellies there and I have cola bottles. But you turned it down, so there you go. It's high. Did come forward to it. The square leg umpire saying yes, it is a no ball. Good bit of footwork, keeps it in the field of play. They get through for a couple. This one high again played round to the leg side. Between the two fielders, they leave it for each other, and then they both go for it. And the hesitation means that Pembroke safely get through for another 2. James suggesting that the run rate would end up being 12. This one hit down the ground with some force. The fielder's trying to get to it and doesn't manage to stop it before the rope. Got underneath it and lofted it. So often we see that sort of cut shot resulting in a catch somewhere. Not maximum power, but on this occasion it didn't need it. Breeze keeping us cool here under the gazebo. Pulls this one off middle. It was a full toss, but he was on middle. Had to hit it. Did so successfully and get us off strike. This one's in the air, but not for long enough, or in the right direction. Let's Cheeky get through. Cheeky by name. Cheeky by cricket shot. Bit of a tease that for the fielders. He came chasing in. It wasn't to be. Six overs remain in this innings. Just unfortunately for Railway. No, Geraldine, unfortunately most of these no balls aren't no balls for the front foot. It's bouncing twice before the popping crease or landing off the mat. No, hasn't contradicted me, so I'm assuming I'm right. $190 up on the board now for Pembroke. And there's the 15th over. Nicol just stroking that one into the offside. Nicol very quick to call. This one just a little outside. News of the week as far as I'm concerned. Forget your Bob Kerr draws and everything else. As Ganesh comes in. Pembroke Cricket Live, thanks to all of you out there. Past 1,500 subscribers during the week. No small part to the ladies commentating last night. Not out on this occasion, but you'd appeal, wouldn't you? Yep, she was in. See you, Johnny. $197 for two. Brink of 200. Ganesh, one of the wicket takers this evening for Railway. Sun peeking through, blue skies opened up, big gap in the clouds. It's lovely here now. Just a trio of people sitting on the wall. You'd think it was COVID, and they're sat that far apart from each other. As this one gets really fired down the leg side. Pembroke look like they might reach 200 in this, the 15th over. And there it is, 200 for 2. Nicely pulled out, and that will reach the boundary. Chastening experience this for Railway. See the beautiful sunshine illuminating the inside of Cricket Island's tents. The Super Series is here on Sunday. The Typhoons and the Dragons. And they will be accompanied by the Women's T20 World Cup. The trophy will be here at Sydney Parade. Chance to come down and aspire to greatness. Aspire to the chance of lifting such a trophy in years to come. Australia named their squad for the Women's T20 World Cup to be held in England and possibly Wales. 15 overs gone then, and 206 for 2 is the total. Kim Garth made that Australian squad, we're delighted to say. I'll be hoping to see her in action when I head off to Old Trafford for a double header. The Irish team taking on Scotland in the morning, and we think it might be Australia, West Indies in the afternoon. I'm not sure. I don't pay attention. I generally turn up at the airport when I'm told to and take it from there. Emerson back on now. Zoe Emerson into her third over now. That's nicely cut away on the offside and nicely fielded. 3 runs saved. It was heading out towards the boundary. Round of applause from the Railway fielders in appreciation of their colleagues' work there. do think you're getting to see the game with the most runs in it so far this evening throughout Leinster. Not to say there aren't some good scores out there, but 212 in the 16th is certainly right up there. Merrion are over in Clontarf for women's firsts. Nicely played out. So many fielders so deep now that it's the bowler herself who's had to go 30 yards to fetch the ball herself. Merrion women batting first at 132 for 6. They've still 4 overs to go there. Balbriggan are at home against Rush, also a Premier League game. 170 for 7, Balbriggan. That's a decent score there in the final over there. Also in the final over, Leinster women are up in the hills, and they've made 137 for 2 so far, going along nicely. In the Phoenix Park, Malahide women, 101 for 5 against Phoenix. And that's all of the live scoring, apart from this game here, where Pembroke now 213 for 2. That'll be another no ball. Better ball. Dug out. Pembroke will try and get 2 here, and in fact will get through quite comfortably. These two doing a good job in recovery for Pembroke. They've put on 40 now. Although the run rate hasn't reached the dizzy heights when the opening pair were at the wicket. They're doing a very good job of keeping the scoreboard ticking over and helping Pembroke reach, well, exceptional heights. You'll see it on the worm later. The line will have flattened out a bit, it's true, but it's been good all the way through. You can hear how windy it is on the Dougals. Hmm? Three and a half overs to go. Potter, the 6th bowler used by Railway this evening. That one in the arc for Nickel. Pumps it out, square on the leg side. Well, those fielders out there have been busy this evening. But the man with the repetitive strain injuries will be the umpires. They've had a busy evening so far. Two for two. If you walk through there, you have to go. That's not a walkway. It's high and just a little outside. This occasion, Nickel not running on the fumble by the keeper. "17 overs gone then. Pembroke are 2-2-4 for 2. Nickel and Shukla, well, they're looking at the board quite happily, and why wouldn't they? James, your 2-4-1 sounds like a very good guess. Zoe Emerson then into her 4th over. And that's a good line and a good length, and it's enough to beat Nickel on this occasion. Nickel thrashes one through the offside. The fielder gets there, and good throw restricts the running to 1. Good ball, nicely played by Shukla. Good early call, means she has plenty of time to complete the run. There it is, just beautifully played out. This time Nickel goes aerial, and again, because the field is so spread after the early onslaught, there is room inside. She takes advantage of that, even with the little lofted shot. This one again finds turf. The field's so spread at this stage. Runs everywhere for these two, gives them certain freedom, and that freedom has been earned as a result of the batting of Whaley, the batting of Mullin, but more specifically, the extras total. Two overs to go, 2-8 for 2. Another 12 runs would see the Railway needing to chase at a rate of greater than 2 a ball. That bench is quite safe, by the way, if you sit down. And this is why we have baseball caps. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Callahan coming in, dot on the first ball, and the second one crashing into middle stump, halfway up, and a third wicket falls in the 19th over with the score on 2-2-8. And now that is for 3. Shukla goes. No bails because of the breeze. The cold breeze. And there we go. Crashing into middle and leg. And the death rattle was enough. She was on her way. So who does that bring to the middle now? Georgia Beattie then coming to the middle. We saw her a couple of nights ago. Hit an absolute glorious 4 and then play all round a straight one. A lot of potential. You haven't appeared on the live stream yet, you're saying?
I've appeared on one match.
You played in the first game?
Yeah, that's actually it.
On a Saturday. Zoe Bell in the box with me at the moment.
Hello.
Swiveling on that one. Trying to force it down to long leg. Wasn't to be on this occasion. Just down the wrong line on that occasion. We'll see Georgia Beattie with a bowling later on as well. Four people on the wall now. 2 of them actually sat close to each other. Cyril's way not exactly capacity tonight. And there's a nice shot from Beattie. One bounce to the fielder. Square on the offside. Nicely played though. And again, just goes to show the talent is there. Nice bit of fielding.
Work on it.
19 overs gone, we're into the final over. And then the sound of Andy Arnott being industrial will start up during the break. I'm sure Niall will turn all the sound down. And if he doesn't, I will. There's no need for that sort of messing to be going on. So. Came through here. Here, by the end of your bat. Yes, there. There, it's in your hand. Zoe Emerson then to finish out this innings. And one where one feels that Railway will be delighted to get off the field. It's been a tough evening for them. It hasn't all been chasing leather, unfortunately. And you see, even from Emerson's figures, it's been a tough night for the Railway bowlers. Nice delivery there. Evening, Phil. Oh, swipe across the line from Nicol. Any closer to the off stump, that would have been a fourth wicket. 2 balls remain then.
Shot.
And one of them hit down the ground. Oh, the football skills have deflected it. That will allow them to get back for a second, and we'll leave Nickel on strike for the final ball of the innings. And James, you were within 10, which I consider to be most excellent, considering where they were. Well, the umpires have had enough. 233 for 3 then. That's how this game is poised. Railway will need 234 in 20 overs at a rate in excess of 11, nearly 11 and 3/4 on a imperial basis. There is the cloud, there is the sky, there is the clubhouse. 233 for 3. We'll be back for the second innings in just a couple of minutes. Well. No, I'd say you're grand to let it run till they start. Yeah. You want it to go for a few minutes more, don't you? Well, Pembroke taking to the field now. They've set Railway a target of 2, 3, 4 to win. And have done so on the back of some Thanks very much for the messages, Graham, and also for doing that counting. I was wondering what the final figure was. And, well, 233 for 3 from their 20 overs. Emma Mollin with 85, Susie Whaley with 39, Van Shika with 19, and Very Nickel 24. Georgia Beattie 2 not out. And 64 extras, including 50 no-balls, a half century of no-balls. Not a record or a figure that anybody takes any joy in. No, I'm okay here. And I have this change of hat. Now showing concern that the sun might be too strong. I'm saying it can't be strong enough. So well done to the Pembroke bats. 2 wickets for Anna Callaghan in that total. And there was a stand of 159, a stand of not very many, and then another stand of 53 between Nickel and Shukla. This shot played into the ring. Susie Whaley, who we saw with the bat earlier on. Mullen hitting 17 fours today. This one in the air, and what a super catch! Oh, what a catch. Anna Beale, I think she was more surprised than anybody else that that one stuck to her hands. The look on her face as she took that and realised she'd held it, and that is a super piece of cricket and a super catch from Anna Beale. Here it is again. The shadows lengthening here at Sydney Parade. Good ball from Shukla. The swing of the bat, lifting it in the air. And there's the reaction of the bowler. Absolute delight for the fielder. And I'm sure the fielder equally delighted in providing the bowler with this wicket. As you can see, footwork, good, strong bottom hand, but it just lifted it too far. And the arms raised. Good delivery from Shukla, just outside off. Oh.
Because I didn't beat the result.
Oh, wicket on the board already. Another strong hit. This one will find the boundary. And the Railway reply underway for real. Oh, congratulations to Anna Beale. That was a super catch. Reflex. As I say, the surprise showed greatest on her face. This one hit down the ground. They'll get through for a single. Live scoring not yet quite caught up with us.
Now you're going to need something like both Seeger or Cresswell. Last night's commentary team was that. Better be good.
And another wicket. 2 in the first over for Shukla, and Railway, well, it's a huge target they're chasing. They are going to be swinging for pretty much everything. But 2 wickets in the first over shows that this game is very much going Pembroke's way thus far. On an off-stick line, and that's the stick it hit. Dead straight, played across it, down the wrong line or across the wrong line. Timing not there, and as a result, the stumps were disturbed to even the naked eye. A good over for Pembroke so far. Craig to face the final delivery of this first over. Dot ball to finish off. 5 for 2 off the first over. That's the one that took the wicket. It's these little expressions of surprise from Beale and Shukla when they take a wicket. Georgia Beattie then to bowl from the St John's end. Steps back to give herself room, plays it out on the offside. Emma Mullen has taken up her usual position of guarding the railway line. You'd almost think she works for Irish Rail, the amount of saving she does down there. Good ball from Beattie. Oh, that one just missing the leg stump. Very unlucky not to take a wicket there. And there she does. Third wicket falls, 6 on the board. Beattie on this occasion getting one dead straight. And it crashed into middle and one on the stump. There is the replay. Lovely action Beattie has, crashing into middle and leg. This time she'd adjusted a line by the 4 inches she needed to the left, and it worked perfectly, crashing into the stumps, bringing about the fall of the third wicket in this, the second over. Beattie just leaving one outside off. Abrahamson unable to make contact. Keeps out the one that's on the stumps. That ends the second over. The most satisfactory start to the second half of this game for Pembroke. That's the delivery that got the wicket, swiping right across the line of the ball. And it was very much a case of they miss, you hit. Well, despite taking 2 wickets in a first over, Cheeky's been replaced. Very Nicol now into bowl. And first ball is on the stumps and brings forth the 4th wicket. Now, all 3 bowlers used have each picked up a wicket. Nicol with this delivery, forcing the batsman moving backwards. And that one rattling the stumps. Anna Davis it is who's come in. We saw her with the ball earlier on. There are the scorers. Bringing forth a cheeky appeal. Rattling into the pads. Good ball from Nicol, getting it up into the block hole, giving herself every chance. A run called for. And a run taken. There is Nicol's wicket. Hitting the leg stump. And then this here is the single taken. Late to head off. Not quite following protocol, running straight down the middle of the wicket. And gets there just a second, or a split second ahead of the ball. Nicely fielded originally. And the chance of the run out, well, kind of went with the fumble. And railway home safely. 3 overs gone then, 7 for 5. Oh, Nicol's still with the ball to come, of course. She's given that out then. It was out, run out. I thought she was in. Oh, well. 6 for 5. Nicol still has a delivery to go. Hadar, who bowled an over earlier on. And there's just short.
Thought I could see the bat short when she put it down.
Yeah, it was short when she put it down. It's a matter of when the umpires decided the bails wouldn't be there. Beatty, slightly down leg. Not enough to incur the wrath of the umpire. This one crashing into the pads.
Oh,
Did you hit reset? Another wicket falls with one crashing into middle. Getting past the bat. 6 for 6 now, Railway, in pursuit of 234. 3.5 overs gone. Well, this will be a game that Pembroke might remember for a while. It's the length that does it. Again, not a straight bat against it. Just goes to show the value of playing straight. But it's the length that gets it in that really awkward place to get to. Crashes into the stumps. Beatty picks up a second. Pembroke pick up a sixth. And Ganesh now to face Beatty. Dot ball. This one beats everybody. Being chased down. Ash Carthy after it. She'll get to it before it stops. And it makes its way back to the square. And in fact, back to the bowler. Oh, wicket maiden for Beatty. Shadows lengthening here at Sydney Parade. A night off for the broadcast team tomorrow night, as we see. Yeah, you have to take it back a few frames there.
no bails.
No bails, you see, make it very difficult, but the bat obviously short of the line by the time the ball is brought to the stumps, and that's what the umpire saw, that's what the umpire gave. Another change of bowling now. Pembroke being very fortunate to be in the position whereby they can throw the ball around. Kimberly McDonald now. No ball called. Just a little bit of height on that one. This one slightly wide outside the off stump is played down the ground. This one in the air, gets to the fielder on the bounce. Nickel it was. Bounced well in front of her. She actually did well to get behind it. This one clips away on the leg side. There is a call of yep, but no run taken. There's your picture postcard this evening. This one again played round to the leg side. This time they do decide to take the single. They take on the arm of Ema Mollin and do so quite successfully. This one in the air. Nickel, safe pair of hands, takes the catch. The 7th wicket goes down just as the wind picks up and the sun disappears behind, well, a darker cloud. Cloud that's going to slip past as one feels, and rain could be the best hope that Railway have now. This one, McDonald, another successful bowler in her first over. Sees this one sliced away on the offside, and she picks out Very Nickel, who takes a fine catch above her head. Well judged, well watched, well taken. Twelve for 7 now after 5 overs. Muriel McClatchy joins Paula Abrahamson in the middle. Ash Carthy now coming on to bowl. In a while since Ash bowled in the power play. Better delivery from Carthy on this occasion. Abrahamson just playing it back to the bowler.
Oh, I'm happy I made this choice now. The sun's going to go away again.
Yeah. This one hit away on the offside. Kimberly McDonald with the throw back to the keeper. Also signalled a no ball. Good delivery this time from Carthy. Brings forth the dot ball. Oh, popped it up in the air, just short of the bowler. Again in the air, and again safely finds turf. It was described to me, this game, as well, that's a nice shot away down to square leg. It is just a single, but every run at this stage adding to the Railway total. I'm not suggesting that they're going to chase down 234. 15 for 7 to 234 for 7 would be a record chase, that is for sure. Oh, Ash, fingers, hold the ball in your fingers. That's it. Hands are cold, and I'm not surprised. Mine have been in their pockets as long as I can keep them there. This one played round to the leg side. McClatchy picks up another run. And Carthy gets through her over for the loss of 5 runs. Very good over from Ash. She'll be pleased with that. But I also think she's just broken the record the Pembroke bowlers had. Shukla 2 wickets, Beattie 2 wickets, Nicola wicket, Kimley McDonald a wicket. Saoirse Barry now on to bowl. Took her first wicket for Pembroke yesterday. I'm now getting a chance on the 2s. Pembroke just 3 wickets from victory now. Another no ball. Just losing a little bit here, Barry. Just take a breath. There we go. This one played away between 2 fielders, and that one might even, and does, reach the boundary. You can hear the cheer on the Railway bench. Super shot. First boundary for Railway on a batting card that, well, you wouldn't want to read to a child this before bedtime. Back live again now. Plenty of applause and support from the Railway team for their colleagues in the middle. We're now in the 7th over. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 overs bowled, 6 bowlers used. It looks like nobody's going to take the ball off Ash Carthy. Giving the umpire her hat. This one nicely swept away off the stumps, perhaps. Swept away safely. Another run onto the total. 27 for 7. And you can see the enthusiasm there on the railway sidelines for these two. Putting together a bit of a partnership now. Keeping that one just out. This partnership now worth 15. By far the biggest partnership. Fall of wickets. Well, it's not a pretty story. Paddled around the corner. Another run taken. McCarthy getting through a super over. Just 3 runs coming from it. 8 from her, 2 now. Few hardy souls.
It's been warmer.
It has been warmer. There's a few hardy souls around the ground. Dan and Shauna doing their laps, getting their exercise in. Barry continuing from the nursery end. The shadow of the walls and the houses getting ever closer. Nicely played away. They'll be looking for another boundary, and they've got it. Second boundary of the innings. And each time it's been swept to the same corner of the ground. Another one sliding across the stumps. Went straight to the keeper's end. Not the end I think she was throwing at. If it wasn't for the, as she let go, we'd have all thought she'd deliberately thrown it to the keeper. Wasn't to be. 9 gone then, just 11 overs remain. Anna Beale now in a change of bowling. Ash Carthy having had her 2 overs for 8 runs. And now Anna Beale into the attack. This one comes off a leading edge and shoots away down to third. And a single taken. Anna Beale, who took up a role with the mic yesterday, covering the women's thirds game. And that's a cracking shot square of the wicket. Finest shot of the Railways innings so far. Another 4. And these two really now starting to put together a little bit of a partnership for Railway. And it certainly is bringing forth cheers from the sidelines. Super shot, and she's pleased with it too. And who's going to deny her that pleasure? Well dug out, because that was going to hit middle. You're quite right, Sid. These have been much needed boundaries. But I think we're not looking at the finishing line on this particular game. But if ever the cliche was true, it is today. Much needed. I didn't see what happened. Oh! Oh, you should show that again, Niall. I know. Oh, that was quite sort of... Oh! So after 5 deliveries, Anna Beale has taken a ball that she thought she was going to catch one-handed. It's gone through to her face, and I think it has caused a bloody nose, and as a result, it can't be that bad. Well, tactically, I think the Pembroke skipper may have made a small error. I don't think it's going to matter in terms of the game, but for the future, because Georgia Beattie is bowling this one remaining ball of Anna Beale's over, then that's going to count as one of her allocation. I think it would have been... Oh yeah, I mean 6 so far. It's not going to come down to tightness or affect the final result, but to know that for future games, because there may be a game where it does actually matter, and you'd be depriving the team of 5 deliveries from Georgia Beattie. That one was signalled a wide. I don't know where that appeal's come from. Is it cheeky? Batsman and umpire showing a certain degree of scepticism about that appeal. And now Pembroke making a change at wicketkeeper at the halfway stage. It did hit her on the foot, but she was just a little bit outside. Georgia Beattie taking over behind the sticks now, and that will allow Izzy McLean to come on and bowl. And at the halfway mark now, Railway find themselves 42 for 7.
exactly what they were doing, making Georgia Bowman one more.
Yeah, if she's going to be keeper anyway, then it doesn't matter. But I still think it's worth pointing out. Subfielder on. Susie Whaley on to bowl from the nursery end. Oh, line absolutely spot on from the start. These two have put 30 on now, which in the context of this innings must be considered heroic. Abrahamson especially has been good on anything going down the leg side. Again, another appeal. Susie Whaley opening up with 3 dots. Again, another appeal that maybe, on reflection, didn't need to be made. Going down leg and turned. Shadows of the houses getting closer and closer now. Played away on the offside. They go for the single. There is a throw. Not really an appeal. And that breaks up the possible maiden for Whaley. 1 ball to go. Subfielder gets a good round of applause. As Susie Whaley closes out her first over. It goes for 1 run. Izzy McLean indeed has relinquished the pads and gloves from behind the sticks. And that's why she's taken a wicket with her very first ball. It turned a mile. Amazing how far that one turned back. And that successful start. Another one of the Pembroke bowlers to take a wicket in her first over. And in fact, I don't think she's the first to take a wicket with her first ball. Good round of applause. Part of that partnership of 31 for Railway. And here is the delivery. Just watch how far outside off that is. And it comes back, hits the top of off. Perfect delivery first up. And a wicket with her first ball. 43 for 8 now, brings Turner to the middle. Big swipe at it, but too good a delivery. Oh, there's going to be a run out at the far end. Ash with the throw. Just missing the stumps. But even a direct hit there, the railway batter was safely home. Oh. Amazing that her first delivery was absolutely the perfect delivery. Coming back, taking the topper off. And since then, it's not been quite as spectacular. Oh, yes and no's. Slips down the leg side. Bowler puts hands to head. And Saoirse Barry does the tidying up in front of the railway bench. Well, Railway will be heartened by that partnership of 31. It has helped them get to the brink of a half century from a team total point of view. Another one turning back towards the stumps, but intercepted by the Willow on this occasion. Ooh. And intercepted by the running batsman. Not quite felled, but pegged perhaps by the cricket ball coming in from the outfield. 12 overs gone. Good start from McLean. 1 for 3 from her, 1 over. These bats, especially Abrahamson, making the most of their time in the middle. Whaley again. Another one thudding into pads. Another appeal that, well, nicely kept out. Turner keeping Whaley at bay at the moment. And again, they'll enjoy their time in the middle. Perhaps an opportunity to show the captain that perhaps deserving of a place higher in the order. That one a little bit closer for an appeal, and no appeal forthcoming, really. Well, I understand the Fourths are at home on Saturday. I have a family event to attend. And then on Sunday, no broadcast. The Super Series, and there's another wicket. 9 down then. Turner's resistance broken. And that is it. All out for 47. The half century not reached. And Pembroke win by 186 runs. Well, well, well. Well, it was a pleasant evening. I would have been wearing a jumper and perhaps long johns playing, but not the coldest of nights, and not the windiest or the wettest. I get through another game without any rain. That brings my streak to 12. And that's the ball that did it. rattling into leg stump, and that was enough. The finger went up, and Pembroke victorious. Ordinarily, I'd show you the cards, but I don't think you need to see them. The highlights, Emma Mullin. She scored a fabulous 85 off just 61 balls with 17 fours and a strike rate just a smidge below 140. Susie Whaley 39 before she was LBW, and then after that Very Nickel 24 not out, and Cheeky with 19. Yeah, I was just doing the highlights of it because those aren't pretty figures. You can see that stand at the start of 159. Well, it was a long time to be broken. There's the Pembroke bowling figures from the second innings. And Very Nickel with a wicket and no runs and no economy. Well. Izzy McLean with an over. She picked up a wicket. Susie Whaley finished it off. And really, it was over as a contest very early on. There's a batting card that nobody really wants to see. Orla Abrahamson. She did well and came in at number 5 and was there at the end, and 16 not out. Unfortunately, all arounder wickets fell, and Pembroke have won by, well, a large margin on the worm. It's starting to get dark now, so we'll say thank you for joining us. As I said, the next broadcast will probably be the 4th 11 on Saturday at home against, I don't know. Niall's going to look it up for me.
Fingers.
At home against Finglas on Saturday. And then on Sunday sees the Super Series Cricket Island gig. They're playing here and also bringing the World Cup trophy if you'd like to come down and see, touch, steal, whatever. The trophy. I'm sure steal isn't actually an option. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us for what was a comprehensive victory for Pembroke and a fine way for the women's seconds to finish their week. Victory by 186 runs. Just the one half century in the game. 2 if you include extras. And that's about the summary of the game. So thank you very much and join us again shortly.